Good morning students, my name is Prashant Aide. Now in this video we are going to be study about the 7th standard science. In last video we just studied about the leaf, stem and their particular parts. Now in this video we are going to be study about the flower and their parts. Okay, so now let's see here.
Flowers are the one of the most beautiful things in the world. Okay, so we use that the flowers for the many purposes like the decoration of the any functions, parties, onto that the different types of the occasions like the Diwali, Dashera. The flowers are the very pretty and they attract to the us. The main role of that flowers are in the reproductions of the plants. The different types of the characters are here. The flowers are the reproductive parts of the plants, and the next point is here. They are not only the involved in the reproductions, but also they are the source of the food for the living organisms. Third point, they are the rich source of the nectar. Okay, so these all are the characteristics of our flower. Now let's see here the parts of the flower, which are the parts of the flower. So see here, the first one, this green part, it's called as the pedicel. This is the first part. Now second one, this white one is here the ovary. The third part one is here the green part, that which is outside, that is called as the sepals. Okay, now this whichever you can see in there, that is the corolla. Here is the next part is here the petals and the styles, filaments and the stigma, which of this upper part is that is called as the stigma. Then afterwards, then green, which you can see that the yellow color dot, that is the anther. So these all are the parts of our flower. Okay, now we'll be see here the what are the functions of this. Now see here the picture of the flower. The flower is made up of the four concentric hole. The first one is the calyx, corolla, androecium and the gynoecium. These all are the four parts of the flower. Okay, this is the calyx, the outermost hole, and this made up of the leaf like structure called as the sepals. Okay, now next one is here the next flower, corolla, is of the familiar color, delicate the structure called as the petals. In this layer that the attract the insects. Okay, next the plant male reproductive part is androecium, which is comprised by the stamen. Stamen is the thin long filament which the anthers are the present. The anthers contains pollens. As they mature, they split and open release as pollen grains. Okay, the next one is the gynous, is the female reproductive organ. This organ contains the swollen ovary at the base, a long tubular structure known as the style, and sticky tip is called as the stigma. Okay, these were the parts of the flower. Now next point is here vegetative parts of the flower. What is mean by the vegetative? Vegetative means those parts which are not involved in the reproductions, that is called as the vegetative parts. First, petals. This is the bright color part that attract bees, insect and the birds. The color of the petals varies from the plant to plant, and some are the bright, while some are the pale color. Thus, the petals help us to that the differentiated to one flower to the another flower. Second part, sepals. Sepals is the green color part beneath the petals to protect rising birds. Okay, so now next point is your what? Pedicel may have a long or a short stalk called as the pedicel. Let's see the reproductive parts of flower which we just saw now in the video. Okay, first one is the ovary. It's a ductless reproductive gland that holds a lot of the ovules. It is a part of the plant where the seeds formation takes place. Next, style. It is the long tube like a slender stalk that connect stigma and the ovary. Next, stigma. stigma is the topmost part of the receptive type of the carpels in the gynoecium of flower. Next, anther. A anther is a yellowish sac-like structure involved in the producing and storing pollens. Next, filaments. The filament is a slender thread-like object which functions by the supporting the anther. Okay. Now next point. Next one is the calyx. In the bud conditions, the petals are covered by a leaf-like part are called as sepals, which are green in color, or they form the calyx. Okay. So now next point is what? Corolla. This is the made up of the colorful part called as the petals. Okay. Observe the shapes and the colors and the smell of the corolla of the various flowers like the rose, hibiscus, etc. Okay. So now next point, androecium. This is the male reproductive part of the flower. It consists of stamen, and each stamen is made up of the anther and filaments. I will repeat. Androecium is the male reproductive part of flower. Okay. Now next point is here the gynoecium. Gynoecium is the female reproductive parts of flower. This is made up of carpels. A carpel consists of stigma, style and the ovary. Okay. Again I will be the repeat gynoecium. Gynoecium is a female reproductive parts of flower. This is made up of carpels, consist of a stigma, style and ovary. Okay. So these all were the parts of the reproductive parts. Okay. So now next point here we will be the study about pollination. Let's observe. Pollination is a process by which pollens are transferred from anther, that male part of the, to the stigma, which is the female part, thereby enabling the fertilization and reproductions enters. Okay, let's see how do the pollen reach the stigma. Before that, I repeat the pollination. Pollination is a process by which pollens are transferred from anther to the stigma. Okay, you can see these the arrows, and this process is called as the pollination. Let's see how do the pollen reach to the stigma. In that, two types of pollinations we see. Okay, see here first. The transfer of pollen grains from stamen to the stigma of same flower, that is known as the self-pollination. Okay, that is called as the self-pollination. Self-pollination means the transfer of pollen grains from stamen to the stigma of same flower. Okay, which of the same flowers are there only they are getting to the transfer. That is known as the self-pollination. Okay, so now see here next. The transfer of pollen grains from stamen of one flower to the stigma of another plant within the same species, that is called as the cross pollination. That is called as the cross pollination. See, in flower such as beans and the tomato, pollination usually does not require the pollinator or the agent of pollinations. Okay, they do not have to require the pollinator, but in the other hands, in cross pollinations require the pollinator or agent of the pollination, such as the honeybee. When these little pollinators land onto the sunflowers, they gather nectar, eat legs with to the dusted with pollen grains. As bean travels to the another flower, it will be the leave some of the pollen. When it stop, it will be the collected by the stigma. Eventually, by the male pollen will be the unite with the female owl during the fertilization, and the owl become the sea insects when the water and the other animals such as bat, and also helping into the cross pollination. such these were the types of the pollinations. Okay, so these are the two types of the pollinations. I hope you have understood about the types of pollination. Okay, so now here is the homework. You have to be the solve that questions at your home. Thank you.